It is no surprise that many people are trying to lose weight right now because everybody was in a crisis and there was nothing to do except eat, drink, and not move your body very much. So in today's video, I'm gonna be covering what to wear when you are trying to lose weight. And this also applies if you're trying to gain weight. So anytime that you're having weight fluctuations, you wanna just be mindful of what you're wearing. There's so many different styles that you can rock and look amazing in, even as you're trying to get to either goal. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ziva Lennox, and I'm so excited you're here. If you're new, a very warm welcome, and let's get right to it. The first thing I wanted to cover was pants, because pants can be really painful when you're trying to lose weight. You just feel icky, you don't want them to be too small. You also don't want to be just like swimming in some huge sweatpants. You want to look put together. So this is a fit that looks really good. And this is from a previous Zara haul that I haven't taken the tags off because I meant to get a different size, ironically, but I haven't gotten to that, and I think I missed a return date, so I think I'm just stuck with these. But these paper bag waists are so conducive to weight loss because they're just adjustable. They look like they're camouflagey, so they kind of sit in the waist and they just really provide a nice line without too much pressure to commit to a certain size. So they are just elastic and they kind of move with you. So if you want to grab these in the size that you're currently in now, as you lose weight, it'll start to kind of go in with you. So I love these for in between weight sizes and still having a look that is really chic and contemporary. Along with that is the jogger pants, which have a similar type of elastic waist and just really comfy. There's a lot of really nice satiny joggers out there. This one is from Amazon and I love them. They have a lot of forgiveness throughout the thighs, so as your legs get smaller or your waist gets smaller, everything kind of goes in, it falls a little better. But in the meantime, they're really forgiving and you don't have to feel super conscious about having it be too tight while you're between weight. I think that there's also like a big plus in having it have a drawstring and have adjustable. I think most joggers have that kind of situation. I just think that satin is a great option, especially now for warmer weather, to have it be nice and light. I think loungewear luxe is still rocking it, so if that's not going anywhere, it's just a good option for you as you are trying to lose weight and still look chic. In terms of tops, there's different situations you may be managing. For example, you may want to cover your arms, you may want to cover your tummy. These two shirts really address that. They're both from Amazon. One of them is very bohemian chic, which is just so forgiving. It's got a lot of space here, so as you feel more comfortable, like you can tuck it in, but you can always just let it loose if you're not quite there yet. The arms have a little bit of shape in them, so they just hug you like right in the small of your arm here, and then they just flare out. Super cute blouse that you can just wear as you're maybe trying to go out and just want to look dressed but don't want to show your arms and you want to camouflage your tummy. It's a great choice. The next one is this beautiful black one, same kind of benefits. So this is super loose and it's got a lot of flowiness to it, which is really nice along the tummy area. And the arms are just these bell sleeves, so you can't tell what is going on in there. And what I really like about this top as well is that it goes off the shoulder. So if you have like a nice necklace, or you might want to show off like just the tips of your shoulders to show a little bit of skin, that is kind of like a good way to start to show a little bit more while still hiding some of the areas that you might be self-conscious about. By the way, when I have been overweight, when I haven't felt good about myself and I weigh more than I want to, my arms are this thing that just, I never get super big in my arms. Like everything else can get super big. Like I could probably weigh 100 pounds more and my arms wouldn't look that different. So everybody has a different problem area. There's some people whose legs always stay super tiny and their butt stays really tiny, but they have arms that they want to hide or a tummy. Everybody is so different as we're losing weight. Of course, there are some common areas that we all need help with camouflaging while we are on the way to the goal weight. This is another really cute top that has a lot of coverage, a lot of flow, and it's got like some nice big arms. So you can and it's part of the style too, like it doesn't ever go anywhere. Doesn't come in at all, it's just like a big panel, but it looks nice and flowy, so this is just another great top to camouflage. And these types of shirts are so amazing for summer. They're white, they're light, they're super cute and bohemian and just flowy. This one happens to be by Target, but everybody makes a shirt like this, and I think it's a great to have because it looks super boho and it looks nice and flowy and also pretty classic as well. So I like that it's got these big balloon sleeves, so you can't really tell what's going on there. and then it covers everything up. So if you just want to be covered up, this totally works. It's a little fitted right around here, and then it just kind of drops. These bohemian chic types of shirts are such a great choice for when you're trying to lose weight. The peplum top is also another great option when you're trying to lose weight because it usually has a little bit of a give right in the middle and it flares out. If you are trying to lose weight, I don't recommend this kind of t-shirt. I think it looks really, it's just not flattering. You really have to be careful with the cuts of it. So first of all, if you just wear something like this, sometimes what happens is, unless you're wearing shapewear, it'll just really accentuate like any rolls that you have going on, any kind of creasing that you have on won't be flattering. The arms won't be flattering. The neckline won't be flattering. So it just becomes like super square. I don't recommend like these type of t-shirts. If you're gonna have any type of t-shirt, just make sure that it's a little bit less square cut and it's loose and the material is not like, this is just like a cotton t-shirt. Like you want something a little softer with a little bit more give and that's shaped in a more feminine form. For example, this is wrinkled, so sorry about that, but this has like some nice looser sleeves here and it's got like the little princess puff sleeves. It's just a little bit more flattering. The material is really, really soft. It's also by Target. So just watch the neckline, watch the sleeves, and have the material have a little bit of give so it doesn't, you know, really wrap in the wrong areas. I told my husband that I was making this video and he added his own little tidbit of advice, which was make sure that you're not in clothes that are too big because otherwise you're not motivated. He said every time I wear my tightest pair of jeans, I'm just reminded that I shouldn't be eating that much. So that was his 2 cents, and there is some truth to that. I think that it's helpful not to be in huge baggy things all the time as you're going in either direction because it'll just make you feel sloppy. I mean, that's more relevant when you're trying to lose weight, right? And you just want to hide yourself. But I think the more that you can take account of your body and where it's at, the better it'll be. Some of your best friends when you're trying to lose weight and you're just trying to look stylish can be blazers or cardigans, anything that you wear over as a layer because it has a stylish element and it helps you look chic as well. So something like a nice blazer to just cover your butt or cover your arms or your tummy, just, you know, it helps you feel powerful. This really fun blazer is from Amazon as well. Just a lot of Amazon pieces here, which is great because you definitely don't want to spend a ton of money when you're in between weight. Like you want to spend enough money so that you are not just like in these big clothes the entire time because I think it's important, like my husband said, to feel like a little bit of tightness and put togetherness. But it's also like important to know that this is temporary and you almost like want to get sick of your clothes so that you're like, you know what, I'm going to, but don't buy the clothes until you have lost the weight. Like don't buy like the reward like 3 sizes down. Like wait until you get there and have that be your motivation, because I also had periods in my life when I do that and then I end up not wearing it for a very long time because it took a long time for me to get to my goal weight or because it just went out of style. So just try to think about that. You want to buy enough, but you don't want to buy too much. You don't want to get too comfortable in this area. In terms of swimwear, I just did a full video on flattering swimwear that is really great if you're trying to camouflage certain spots. However, one that rises to the top and one that I want to mention here is this one that has this quarter sleeve, and it also has a little like zipper up, and there's just something about it. It's just really flattering, and I think that it looks really great if you're trying to camouflage your arms or if you just want more support in your chest. It looks really great. And I also covered in the video the 3-piece swimsuits as well as some little swim dresses that look really, really chic and that they can totally be a look as you're trying to lose weight. I think that dresses are definitely your best friend during this time period. There's so many different dresses that you can rock out and feel really pretty and feminine and cool and all those things. Like cool literally and figuratively. This one is a new tunic dress by Zara that I just got. I haven't tried it on. I am so excited to try this. It's like just very flowy and you know, there's a lot going on. So I think it's a great dress to wear and kind of like either shrink or go up in, as well as a good camouflage like baby dress. Also like a similar wrap dress that I'm wearing. Wrap dresses are so versatile. They, you know, you can just wrap it tighter and tighter, kind of choose where you want it to accentuate. I think generally it makes one look super feminine. It accentuates your curves and it has like kind of that built-in waist so that you can like tie it a little tighter, you know, show off whatever it is that you want to show off, or as much like if you want really proud about your cleavage, you want to show off your cleavage. I think it really helps. Even somebody who's very small chested, like I can kind of have like I can even pull off an hourglass look in a wrap dress. I think they're super flattering on most body types. And what I love about it is that they really grow with you or shrink with you depending on what you need them to do. One of the things that I wanted to mention before we continue is just like how this year was just so telling in how much everybody does whatever is best for them. And if you're a people pleaser like me, I definitely feel like, especially like with my family and my friends, like I want to make them happy. I think both like my husband and I are that way. And it was so telling and kind of jarring to just feel like that wasn't the case like all around. And not to blame anybody, like everybody had very different risk tolerances, like I mentioned at the beginning. Like some people did not want to see us, some people wanted to see us with no mask, and it just became this like, how does everybody feel? I feel like nothing was ever right. And one of the things that I think is really important to keep in mind as a lesson for the future is that the opposite of making everybody happy is leadership. And that really does begin with yourself. Like you have to do what is right for you and your family, or you and your organization. I think that's really hard sometimes as women and as like people pleasers, if you happen to be that person. And I think it was just a lesson for me of, you know what, I need to lead myself first. I need to do what's right for me. And that really helped elevate some of that stress for me, because I think for so long I felt so stressed about not only what was happening, and I have a fitness business and I had to close one of my studios down. I still have one left, and it was just a very stressful time. And you know, there was people that really wanted us to go visit and people that didn't want us to go visit, and it was just a very stressful time. And I think that that's just a big takeaway, is just managing yourself and taking it and being a leader, both like within your personal life and with your professional life as well, and not being afraid to disappoint people and not being afraid to be disliked. I think that that's really important, because I think the more that you can say no and say yes to yourself, the like everything kind of falls into place. And I think that it's easier to manage your feelings, it's easier to manage what you eat, it's easier to manage your actions. There's like so much stress eating going on, or stress not eating. Like I think you can go both directions. And some of you may be trying to gain weight. You know, I think it's just important to like really tune in and think of like what is right for me, and just be a little bit ruthless about the decision. Anyway, enough about my soap opera. We'll continue with our what to wear when you're losing weight. I'm such a dress girl that I need to talk about a few more dresses. So one of them is like just a big white flowy type of dress that you just literally hide in, and all it shows is your arms. So if you're one of those types of people that has like gains weight like in their tummy and their butt and their thighs like I do, but your arms kind of always keep it together, then yeah, this kind of style is really great, because really shows off what you feel good about, and then it kind of camouflages the rest, right? Likewise, something like this, which is one of my favorite beach dresses, it's just nice and flowy. Other than accentuating like an empire waist, like right like here underneath my boobs, everything else is very flowy, so you can't really tell what's going on at all. Like I could be 20 pounds heavier and you'd have no idea in this dress, like no idea, because the only thing that sticks out is like my legs in the end, and then just like my chest right here. And that's it. So it's a really great dress for that. And a couple more styles of dresses. So this one is just a nice little t-shirt dress. It's got an elastic waist. So this is great for when you want that elasticity and you want that like range of motion in your clothes, but you also don't want to feel like you're wearing this big like tent dress, which are really fun. Those big t-shirt dresses you just kind of like disappear in, I think can be great. However, like when you're really trying to reach your goal, you want to feel dressed, you want to feel your body, I think these are great when they have a nice little elastic waist in their little t-shirt. This is by Boho. They're a loungewear company that specializes in all things loungy and comfy. The other dress I wanted to show you is this jersey button-down dress that is very long and it's very flowy. It's got a little belt that you can really manage depending on how tight you want it. These are also great dresses, like anything that's a t-shirt dress that's flowy and long and has the ability, like if you want to undo it a little bit more at the bottom to show some leg, you can. If you want to do it a little bit up here, you can. It really does play to your comfort level of how much skin you want to show, but that belt allows it to have a say in building a waist for you.